Good morning, St Helens and St Mary's. Today we're gathered together as a community of two schools to think about our value of friendship. And I'm here with Mr Chappell from St Helens, who will be leading through our collective worship today.
Thank you, Mr Scriven. I hope you're okay. And obviously over the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at our value of friendship. But today we're going to look in particular about how as friends we can encourage each other and build each person up in our friendship. And so we've got a few words on the screen here that you can see, and these are very famous words of wisdom from the Bible that were written over 2,000 years ago by St Paul, when he talked about encouraging one another and building each other up. And that's a really important aspect of friendship, that you are really positive and you help encourage your friends. In fact, St Paul wanted to teach people that the best way to live in friendship was to encourage and not to be critical and negative. So this week's assembly is going to look about how we can be encouraging to our friends and how we can build our friendship. So you've got some children here that you can see are really, really close friends, and we're going to explore how they went about developing those friendships. Because when you think about it, when you think about friendships, you build friendships. Building almost infers that you're constructing something, and actually that's what friendship is about, that you construct a friendship, that you show kindness, because building friendships can take time and it can take perseverance and commitment. But actually, if you said anything negative, you can destroy or tear a friendship up really quickly. And we can see that image of two friends and alongside them somebody building a Lego blocks there, if you like, the encouragement, the pieces of friendship. And so that's what we're going to explore today, how we can encourage our friends and how that can make us feel. So when you think about it, think about the words you say to your friends. So when you're thinking about getting ready for a big sports game against an opposition, what sort of words could you say to your friends? You could say, all the best for the game. You were awesome last week. So you could be encouraging your friends to do the very best that they can. And if you like, that's one piece of their, if you like, feeling good about themselves because you said some really positive words. And so every time you say something really positive, we're going to have a little Lego block here to represent those words of encouragement. Another time that you might see in friendship is that you acknowledge each other's work that they're doing. So you could say something like, that's brilliant artwork. So if you imagine you've just complimented, encouraged your friend about their sports activity they're going to do, there's that first piece of building them up. But if you've just also said, that's amazing artwork, you're fantastic doing your work, then we get another piece of the Lego blocks there, making people feel really happy about themselves, encouraging your friends. What about the words that you say when some of your friends might give up? How positive can you be? Encouraging. So again, thinking about the words to encourage them. Keep going, you're nearly there, you can do it. So some of those really positive words that you would say to friends. And if you keep thinking about all the positive things that you're saying to your friends, again, you're building that friendship up, and that person is going to feel really good about themselves. And there might be other areas that you might say really positive words to them to encourage them, like St Paul said in the Bible. Maybe you'll say, amazing writing, just a little compliment to some of your friends. That's amazing writing. And again, you'll see how people start feeling good about themselves. So as a friendship, it's all about encouraging each other when you can. Imagine if you said, well, you're really good at reading, how that would make them feel. So what we're trying to get across in today's assembly is that friendship is all about being encouraging. Because imagine, for all those great words you've said, imagine if you just make one comment, what that would do to somebody. So imagine if you turned it around and said, well, you were rubbish in that game last week. Don't be in my team. I don't want you on my team. How that would make people feel. And what you could find is that all those positive comments that you've given to your friend can just disappear through one negative comment. Because sometimes people don't always think about the positive things. They'll start thinking about the things that you have said, which can be taken as a bit negative. So this week, think about being positive as much as you possibly can to your friends. And we've got some reflection questions here, Mrs. Scriven, that we can think about this week.
Over to me. I just need to move our heads, Mr. Chappell, for blocking the questions. So this week, both in your bubbles and at home, we want you to think about the following questions. So, do you think your friends find it easier to remember all the positive, encouraging comments or the negative comments? Why might that be? Why is that? Our other reflection is, a good friend always builds up friendship and makes it stronger. Think about a close friend that you have. What are their special qualities? How do they make you feel? And we were thinking today that you might want to have a little go at an art activity, and maybe you could draw a friendship tree. What special words could you put on the leaves to encourage your friends?
So there's an example of a friendship tree. So you may have seen these in previous circle time activities or jigsaw activities that you've done. If you imagine you could draw a friendship tree and put lots of positive words on, because that's what we're talking about, isn't it? Making your friends feel very special by the words that you say. So we're just going to finish with a prayer, and then we will finish with a song. So our prayer for today is as follows. So if you want to agree with us at the end, you can say amen. So we can just bow our heads. Lord Jesus, thank you for the gift of our friends at every opportunity. Help us to encourage one another and build each other up. Make us aware when our friends are sad or feel that they have failed to help or have failed. Help us to encourage one another and build each other up. When we are tempted to be negative or criticize our friends, instead, help us to encourage one another and build each other up. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Chappell. And as we leave today, we're going to sing one of my favourite assembly songs. What's something that I know we've already sung together since we've been in lockdown, and that is "Ain't No Mountain High Enough." So enjoy, everyone. Bye-bye.